that being said,
well, I just wanted to start off. Mostly this is going to be a question and answer session, and it's not going to be us. If you feel you have something to contribute to the questions being asked, go ahead and say, because like she said, we're community. Somebody else may have the answer that's not up here. We don't care. Yeah. So just raise your hand, and Noel will come around with the microphone. Got it right there, so that way everybody can hear what you have to say. I was going to start us off with a couple of questions that if you are on the LJ, you saw me pull. We had a few that were made up already that I have especially for you as a judge. We're going to start out with, barring all weird legal suits,
right?
What kind of music does and doesn't attract, or does music really matter?
I don't think music really matters. Okay, I think really the effect is mostly aesthetic. I think it can be a very powerful addition, but it's got to be the right music. One of my favorite contestants, either last year or 2 years ago, I remember, was someone did Donna's Kiss. That was so funny. But if you're doing like a more serious Dawn, more classical Dawn, something like classical music or Dead Can Dance, or just something that is appropriately goddessy in spirit is good. I don't think it's necessary. I do think that entries that stand out pretty much stand out on how the person presents themselves the moment they hit the beginning of the stage to the moment that they end. And if the music helps that presentation and makes you feel more confident, then great. But I don't think it's a key element. I think the key elements are mostly visual.
Yeah, I'll add, I think the best thing you're going to do is what's going to make you comfortable. And, walking across the stage to, loud rock and roll, get your groove on, and I say, hey, do it. You'd rather something mellow. Go to a country and western would quite go well, but hey, if you've got a cowboy hat and jeans, you might be able to do that. So whatever is making you comfortable, that's what I would suggest doing, because really and truly, they're not paying attention to the music as much as they are. They're paying attention to you.
The second question that came up quite a few times was, keeping in mind that there have been 18 years of Dawn, is it insulting to submit your recreation documentation? Or is it not going to be looked at, or recreation documentation? Like I did this picture,
right?
And I bring this into the judges because it was shown in this corner on this page, and 10 years ago, and maybe they don't know that I didn't just do Dawn, I did this. Would it be insulting to say, look, this is what you heard 15 years ago?
Oh, no. I don't think it's necessary to attach it to the entry, if that's the specific question. Joe has fantastic visual recall, and practically, I know this is going to sound really egotistical on his behalf, but practically everything he's ever created, he will recognize. So, do I think it's insulting? Oh, hell no. But do I think it's necessary? Absolutely not. If it is well explained on the entry form, it shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah.
And you would know?
Right. Yeah, I know what you're saying. That sometimes, they
I think it comes to people that don't know him. Have been in the contest, they're like, do I need to keep the picture?
Can you guys hear us without the mic, or is the mic just? Yeah. Okay. Screw this then.
Yeah, I mean, if you feel like you want to do it, what you need to do, because I think what is happening with you guys is if somebody does want to do that, I don't know if they necessarily.
Yeah,
the judges get that. I think it goes to DMC.
Yeah,
so you might want to put it on a separate piece of paper and say, this goes with the Polaroid picture that you're going to get to the judges. And I think that might be a better idea than putting it on your entry form, because they don't see the entry form.
That's right.
DMC sees the entry form because he's the one who's going to read it. He's not judging the contest. So.
I really know, just to save you guys some effort, I'm really not sure it's necessary. I mean, we're going to know who you are, and a lot of people make this stuff up. I mean, the original category, a lot of people come up with their own interpretations of Dawn. So it could even be an outfit that didn't really exist. She was so hot. When she hit the stage, I'm like, oh, she's got it. You could just tell, yeah. And there are moments like that where if an outfit is just spot on, you'll just know instantly. You'll know instantly. Yeah.
So how many of you guys are potential contestants this year?
Raise your hand.
Yay! Go all of you, you rock my socks.
So does anybody have questions, since you have a judge sitting right here to answer your question?
Danny?
Actually, no. Did they decide that they were actually going to have ramps besides the skateboards?
That's a good question.
I can actually answer that.
Oh,
I did ask, I found out.
Yeah.
Marriott only has one ramp. So that's why that there was only ever been one ramp. Okay. So, or the, not Marriott, the, wherever it is. There's only one.
Yes.
So,
Good information, yeah.
yeah, there is only one ramp, so that's why they've only ever had one ramp. They'll be on the side going up onto the stage. They do always have to be on the other side, which is great to get you down. But
Yes.
that's why there's only ever been one ramp. Because they only have one ramp.
More questions, or can I tell you more stories, or where do you guys want to hear? Yes?
Time frame. So the paper survey I just saw said 30 to 45 seconds.
That's a rough. People have taken shorter and longer. I think that's a good guideline for how much is a graceful amount of time. You know what I mean? Like, you enter, maybe you do a little turn, or maybe a couple of turns, or if you do a dramatic presentation, obviously it might take a little longer. If you decide to do it to music, that might take a little longer. That's just a suggestion. I've never seen anyone actually linger too long. As Cyndee pointed out, the main error people make is, oh my God, I'm on stage, you gotta get to the other side now. And, you know, really that doesn't give us enough time to look at you. You know, we want to see your details, and we want you to be able to have a turnaround and show us that all the hard work you put into it.
Stop and stand in that middle of the stage and
Take your pose. You know what's a good way to do this? Like, imagine you're at the Emmys or something, and you're about to get your award. You have to pause to receive the award in the middle of the stage. So you want one moment at least where both judges and audience can really connect with you. So I think it's just a general time frame. Just don't hurry. It's going by much faster than you think it is. Take slow, deliberate steps like you're in a wedding. You know what I
Another
mean?
thing that we do just for general masquerades, try to do it beforehand and try to get a friend who's not sure who on is to come and give them a piece of paper and let them watch you, and the moment they get bored after hold up that paper, you need to end 3 seconds before that. Because then they want to see a little more, but they're not to that point where they're like, okay, her shoes don't match.
Right.
If you don't leave them time to figure out that your shoes are navy blue instead of black,
Right.
because I've done that, I've judged masquerades, and it hits the point where you're like, gee, I wonder if that lacing really should have been yellow, because then you're losing your judgments. So practice it, choreograph it in your head if you have to, with your music, and try and get a friend to let you know 30 to 45 seconds for one person is a general good rule.
Yeah, she actually made me think of something that I want to remind people of. Non-contest is not like fabrication contest. You're not going to be paying attention to that hem even with that hem.
Oh, hell no.
They're going to be paying attention to the whole overall presentation. You have to really think of the dawn contest as a stage. How you look under those lights. I saw her one year, she had a wonderful outfit on. I was backstage